Save today. Shop
Martin's Home Decorating Center. It ain't just paint.
The People's Court, today at 4:30.
Well, you know how hard it was for me to accept that my bandaged friend in Switzerland was an imposter. Now to think that maybe he was also a traitor.
Well, if it's true, maybe his motive wasn't ideological. Maybe he was just plain greedy.
Well, that follows. If Jeff Brown would commit fraud for money, why not espionage?
However, we can't really be sure that he did or not.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You ready to go?
Yes, all set.
Okay.
Oh, look who's here.
Well, good afternoon.
Hi, I didn't see you here before.
No, I saw you when I was lunching with my Aunt Geraldine. I remember exactly what I said when I did, too.
Oh, yes? What did you say?
I said 2 more lovely women this place is going to acquire a reputation for beautiful clientele. Won't you join me for a moment?
Oh, I'm afraid we can't.
Oh, please, I insist. Let me buy you a cordial or something. My aunt denied me. She had some pressing engagement or other.
Well, as a matter of fact, there is something I'd like to ask you.
Well, good. Sit down and you can ask me whatever you like.
Thank you.
Mr. Whitney, a telephone call for you, sir.
Thank you. Excuse me?
What timing?
Hello? Yes, Spencer. Are you at the bank now? And what was the result? A diary? That's all? Well, did you read any of the entries? I see. Well, I'll take a look at it this evening when I get home. You what? You gave it to her?
Hello, Miss Alexander.
Oh, Mr. Foley, that's right, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Hi, could you do me a favor? Can you get me a cab?
Actually, you won't be needing a cab, Miss Alexander. I have a car parked just down the street.
Well, how nice of you.
I'm afraid you misunderstand. I'm placing you under arrest.
What?
I have a warrant for your arrest. You're charged of conspiracy to commit treason.
Oh, come on, you have to be kidding.
Take that if you don't mind.
Wait a minute, what are you doing?
Is this what you removed from the bank? Ah, yes, your husband's diary. Well, we'll talk about this when we get to our destination.
I am not going anywhere with you.
Oh, yes, you are. Put out your hands, please.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Oxidol. Oxidol bleaches as it washes. For white so white, they'll actually compare to new. And by Lemon Fresh Joy for a Lemon Fresh clean, right down to the shine.
What a mess. You know, my grandmother had a secret. She squeezed lemons to get dishes clean.
I sure don't need to do that now. For a Lemon Fresh clean, I use Lemon Fresh Joy.
Lemon Fresh Joy?
It'll really take care of this mess.
Still, squeezing lemons might...
You don't need to squeeze lemons to get clean dishes. Squeeze Lemon Fresh Joy.
Joy smells so lemony.
Incredibly lemony. And Joy's thick suds give us that Lemon Fresh clean right down to the shine.
Gorgeous shine. These dishes are so clean, they shine.
Like the shine your grandmother got?
Maybe. Even better.
Try Lemon Fresh Joy for a Lemon Fresh clean that shines.
If you wash this dirty shirt once, would it look as white as this new shirt?
I don't think so.
Okay, you don't think what?
That it would look as white as the newer one.
Bertie McDonald washed that dirty shirt in Oxidol with bleaching crystals. Now, can she pick out the Oxidol shirt from new shirts, rinsed once but never worn?
They all are so white. All the shirts are so white. I am surprised. I'm very surprised.
You want to know which shirt is yours?
Yes.
You really do want to know?
Yes.
Okay. It's right here. That is your shirt.
I'm going to try it at home. I'm going to buy some Oxidol. It really works.
Try Oxidol with bleaching crystals for a white that compares to new.
The country of Eden is a country run by criminals. Few people believe this because so few of these criminals are actually visible on our small, visible island. But there are chains which link those few to a vast and powerful underworld organization in the United States.
I still don't see how that's supposed to get us to the tricentennial.
Trafficking. No, it's hardly the kind of thing they want to hear at ceremonies or on TV.
Hardly.
That's why I thought it might make fascinating reading for their chief public relations officer, Mr. Ronaldo.
Miles Cavanaugh. What you are suggesting is nothing short of blackmail.
No, blackmail? Us? No, we don't want any money. All we want is just a couple of invitations to a little party, that's all.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, no, he was very adamant about not letting any of the local press into the Raleigh
wait,
Castle.
So we don't have to go as press. We can just go as Dr. and Mrs. Cavanaugh.
Well, I think that's worth a try.
Good. That's what I'm going to do before you change your mind. Do you have his number?
Yes, I do. It's right over here.
I will talk to him myself if you want, but,
No, I do. I think I should do it.
I will play your secretary, then. Hello, this is WMON. Is Mr. Ronaldo there for Mrs. Nicole Cavanaugh, please? Yes, thank you. She remembers you.
Well, she ought to. I was just there. Hello? Oh, hello, Mr. Ronaldo.
Yes, Madame Cavanaugh. Is there something else I can do for you?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Well, this time I hope I could accomplish it. Oh, you do not know how it distressed me to have to refuse you permission to attend the ceremony upstate.
Well, you know, when I returned back to WMON, I realized that I had never fully explained to you our interest in covering the pageant.
Well, I'm afraid this would be of no consequence.
No, well, you see, we have been considering for a long time putting together a major documentary on the Republic of Eden. You see, someone has submitted a script to us several months ago.
A script? Submitted by who?
Well, it was actually through the offices of a very large agency, and they refused to give me the name of the author.
Now, why would somebody wish to be so secretive?
Well, apparently it's because of political reasons. The contents are very inflammatory, if you know what I mean.
No, I do not know what you mean. But let me assure you, Madame
Maybe it
Cavanaugh.
would be a good idea if you took a look at this script yourself. Now, would that be helpful?
Yes, I would like very much to see the script.
Well, I could, come back by your office later this evening.
No, as a matter of fact, I am leaving the office right away. But would it be agreeable if I came to your home?
Well, yes, that would be fine. Miles and I will be home all evening. You can come by anytime you like. Sure, that would be fine. Uh-huh. See you then. Bye-bye. He took the bait.
Now all we have to do is reel him in.
Can I get you anything else?
Not for me, Sid.
Nope. Oh, would you like something to read? You don't seem to be doing too much talking.
We don't have much to talk about.
Well, I heard plenty of conversation over here a little while ago when Cliff and Dee Dee were still here.
Well, they were conducting a trial, Sid. Cliff defended me and Dee Dee defended Jody. Guess who won?
From the looks of it, I'd say you both lost.
Well, you know what it's all about, Sid. What do you think? Don't you think that I'm justified in complaining if my girlfriend goes off for the weekend without me?
Oh, well, now that's an improvement. You usually say with another man.
Well, it is with another guy. There's something else involved. The reason Jody's going
Gavin! Listen, kids. Mama Sid is always ready to give advice, but only when it's about something good on the menu. I'm sure you can work this one out yourselves.
That's the trouble. We can't because Jody's too stubborn.
You are the one who is being stubborn. I'm only doing what I have to do.
Hey, let's not start the war all over again. Didn't you two ever hear about the art of compromise?
What's there to compromise
Well,
about?
I don't know. But maybe if you just think about it, if you could each give up something, well, it might make all the difference. Come on, why don't you give it a try? See what happens, okay?
All right.
All right, what?
I'm willing to give up something.
What?
We'll name something.
Your train ticket.
Chad and I are driving up.
Then give up Chad.
Gavin, it's for 2 days. 2 days is not much.
2 days is enough for you to get your head caught in a noose. Jody, what's the matter with you? Why can't you see the risk that you're taking? Do you think that the enemies of this government don't know about the tricentennial? Don't you think they're going to try to disrupt it?
That's why they're being so careful about the invitations.
They invited you. You're a Trojan horse, Jody.
I'm what?
It's true. You are the most dangerous person that could possibly go into that castle. And I got news for you, Jody. They know who you are.
No, they don't. Why should they know it? It's never been mentioned.
I don't think they're as dumb as you think they are.
I'll be all right. There'll be people to take care of me.
What people? What makes you so sure that you're going to run into friends there? They're screening every single person that goes through those gates or over the drawbridge or whatever they call it.
I know what I'm doing. Now, you just have to trust me.
Trust you? Oh, does this mean you know something that you haven't told me? Does it?
I can't tell you everything.
I don't believe it.
Gavin, I can't. I'm sorry. Not now.
We weren't supposed to keep secrets from each other, Jody. I thought that's the way it was. I guess I'm wrong.
I have to go home. I've got some packing to do.
Well, why don't you go now? I'll take care of the check.
Oh, our favorite meat's old-fashioned loaf from OSCAR. Or pickle and pimento loaf named MAYER. Or bologna and honey loaf. Oh, my, the girls are fickle. So am I. But why choose one when you can try a VARIETY? Variety.
Oscar Mayer Variety Packs. 4 of your favorites in one handy pack. Ever wonder what Oscar Mayer has in store for you?
This bra doesn't fit, and we're not gonna wear it anymore!
Hold on, double AA and B cup women. Haven't you heard about the Thank Goodness It Fits bra from Playtex? It's different. Not a big bra cut down to size, but a bra with an exclusive fitting system for A's and nearly B's alone. The newest one even comes in lace. The newest, prettiest Thank Goodness It Fits bra from Playtex.
Oh, thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness it fits.
Of course, I know nothing about April Scott, but I gather she was never really interested in the television station as an investment.
Well, she inherited it from her mother.
Have you been discussing this with your Aunt Geraldine?
Yes, I thought it would be wise to have her as a go-between.
Well, April thinks so highly of Geraldine, that's why she asked her to manage the station for her.
Well, and so did Geraldine give you reason to think that maybe you could get it?
I make no predictions. I remember how optimistic I was about getting the Monticello News.
Well, you may be more successful with this venture, especially if your aunt is blessing it.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, you can win her over, Sky. Just turn on the charm. You're good at that.
What I wanted to ask you is, has a man named Foley approached you?
Foley? No, that name's unfamiliar to me.
He's from Washington, the CEA, the Counter-Espionage Agency.
Espionage? Now I know I haven't met him, and why in the world should I?
Well, because he's very interested in our old friend, Jeff Brown.
Jeff? What's that all about? Why is Washington interested in him all of a sudden?
Well, apparently they're doing a post-mortem on a case that's a couple of years old.
I thought surely he would have been in touch with you. He's talked to me, he's talked to Nancy, and maybe other people.
No government agent's been in touch with me.
Well, that's strange, isn't it? I mean, you were Jefferson Brown's best friend, weren't you?
Yes, I had that dubious pleasure.
Oh, this is upsetting you, isn't it, Sky?
I've just been doing my best to forget about Jeff Brown, and everywhere I turn, he seems to rise from the dead.
Well, of course, we don't know what this man Foley is after. It could be another case altogether.
Well, I'm surprised he hasn't talked to you yet, but I'm sure he will, so just consider yourself warned.
Thank you. I'm grateful.
Look, we don't have to talk about this anymore.
That's all right. I'm glad you told me.
Well, look at the time.
I'm sorry. I'm keeping you from your office.
No, would you excuse me? I'm going to make a phone call.
Of course.
Are you okay? I'm sorry.
I'm better now that we're alone.
Smile and hold it, hold it.
I've got the fever for the flavor out of Pringles.
The fever for the flavor of a Pringles?
It's a deep fried taste. It's the crispy crunch. Pass the Pringles, please. I need a bunch. We've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
It's the deep fried taste.
It's the crispy crunch. We've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
No preservatives. Regular light rippled.
You'll catch the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
Sphinx!
Nefertiti.
Cleopatra! Right! Oh, you're good at charades, Pam.
And now she's great at coffee.
Oh. Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson. You said Folgers would prove it. Sure, Folgers is different. A special blend. Best I've tasted. Mountain grown? That means great flavor because it's the richest kind of coffee.
Honey?
Yes. Soundflower. Oh, more Folgers coffee.
Great coffee's easy, and Mountain Grown Folgers proves it. Spying on you.
You took 37 minutes picking out that food. Are you choosy for your family?
Sure, if I get what's good for them.
Peanut butter. What do you look for in a brand?
I want it to taste as much like peanuts as it can.
Let's try a test.
Okay.
With hidden labels, which of these leading brands taste more like fresh peanuts?
B. Tasted more like peanut.
You chose
Jif.
Women with a preference choose Jif for fresh peanut taste.
Well, it was delicious.
Choosy mothers choose Jif.
Hey, Hammond, you all by yourself?
I am now.
I thought you said you were having lunch with Jody.
She left a couple of minutes ago.
By herself?
That's the way she wanted it.
Oh, something tells me I just missed the fight of the week.
It was a beaut.
Well, you don't have to tell me who won, that's for sure.
I had no chance at all, Calvin. When Jody makes up her mind to do something...
To do what?
She really is going upstate to that Eden tricentennial celebration.
I thought she knew enough to stay away from those people.
She doesn't. She got herself invited.
How'd she manage that?
Connections. Chad Sutherland.
Oh, now I see why you're so upset.
No, Calvin. It's not because I'm jealous. Well, not completely. She's not going up there for fun and games. She's got something in mind.
Like what?
Well, I told you all about this Eden stuff, the prophecy and so forth.
You're not telling me that she's going to actually try and make this happen?
That's exactly what I'm saying, and that's why I don't want her to go.
You mean she's actually going to go up there and stand in front of all those people and tell them that she's the great whatever to what's her name?
Marie Bonaventure. That's right. She'll be the life of the party, no doubt about that.
She could get herself killed. She's going to be surrounded by enemies, people who don't want to see this prophecy fulfilled.
I know that. Try telling Jody.
Gavin, she cannot just save this whole country single-handedly.
Of course she can't. Someone up there is helping her. One of those rebels must have gotten hold of her somehow.
Did she tell you that?
She doesn't tell me anything. All she says is, I'm doing what I have to do.
Yeah, well, then we just have to sit her down and talk some sense to her.
I've tried, but I can't talk her out of this craziness. I just can't.
Okay, well, what about Miles and Nicole? Now, their opinion always holds a lot of water for Jody.
They haven't been any more successful than I have.
Whoa. And you still haven't been able to get an invitation so you can keep an eye on it?
No. It's sealed up as tight as a bank vault. But you could get in.
Me?
Yeah. A cop can get in anywhere just by showing his badge. Isn't that the truth?
Nonsense. Sheer nonsense. You were very wise not to produce this libelous documentary, Madam Kavanaugh.
Well, what makes you think we've decided not to produce it?
Because of the date on the front page. When it was submitted to WMON-TV, it is over 6 months since you received it.
But you see, that was a long time ago. That was before we knew all that we have learned about the Republic of Eden.
Yes, and that was before my sister was kidnapped by those people.
Yes, by those tyrants, those radicals. You may be sure there's one of them that wrote this.
Yeah, so you see, you gotta also remember that my wife was not head of the news department at the station at that time. Now she is. And the decision to produce or not to produce is hers entirely.
Madam Kavanaugh, let me assure you, it would be very unfortunate if you were to produce this documentary. it could be a disaster for you and the station.
That almost sounds like a threat, Mr. Ronaldo.
A threat? I am simply talking about the complicated legal matters. Perhaps political pressure from your government. After all, our nation is a trading nation with your country.
Yes, and according to that, narcotics is the most important trade.
A foolish lie.
But of course, we would investigate it further after all 6 months has passed, and I am interested in finding out more about this underworld connection with Monticello.
Let me assure you.
Hey, come on, let's cool this conversation down now, shall we? You actually, Mr. Ronaldo, I happen to agree with you.
You what?
Yes, well, I was just telling my wife before you came in, I thought it might be a mistake to produce this documentary.
Well,
most of the claims are not substantiated. No names are named except for Mr. Sutherland's.
Yeah, a national hero, don't you?
Sure, and the fact that the author of the thing chose to remain anonymous.
That does not mean he wasn't telling the truth.
The truth is that we know very, very little about Eden. That's why I thought this tricentennial would be such a good idea. I mean, give my wife a chance to learn more, to hear the other side of the story.
Yes. If you were there, you would see what a proud, progressive nation Eden is. Not a place full of discontents like these lying trash indicate.
Yes, well, of course, we can't go to the tricentennial.
So I suppose we can't learn that sort of thing, can we?
Well, I am so sorry about that, but it is a matter of policy about the press coverage.
Oh, well, I didn't mean we would have to go as press. I mean, we could very well go as private individuals.
If you did not come on a formal basis, perhaps it could be arranged.
Could it really?
Well, I do not see why not.
Jody. Oh, Mr. Ronaldo, I would like for you to meet my sister, Jody Travis.
Well, it is a very great pleasure indeed, Miss Travis. Domingo Ronaldo, at your service.
Joey, will you think of something? That lump on top of your body's called a head. You want to use it? What do? We break an arm, we break 2 legs. What do we do?
Well, you gotta break something, Eddie. You want to stop that kid from going to the castle. You gotta put some real hurt on her.
Yeah, some hurt on her. What kind of hurt? What do we do? Give me an answer.
How about hit and run?
Nah, it's no good. I tried that in New York. I almost got nailed.
That's right, I forgot.
Besides, when you hit somebody with heavy machinery, you're liable to kill him, you understand? This has got to have absolute control, the entire situation.
Yeah. Why don't we grab her? Hold her someplace. I mean, she was kidnapped before. We can make out like we're radicals. You can grow a beard. Eddie, you look good in a beard.
Hey, I got serious problems, and you're giving me stand-up comedy. Come on, you're in charge of muscle around here. What do I pay you for?
Well, you don't want me to do this personally, do you?
Of course not. She's liable to recognize you. Besides, she knows you work for Endicott, right? This has got to look like an accident, you understand? This has got to be slip on the soap in the bathroom time. This has got to be fall down a flight of stairs on a roller skate. It's got to be an accident.
Tough assignment.
What's so tough? There's thousands of accidents in the paper every day. What's the matter with you? Here, woman hit by Monticello bus. Here's another one. Young boy hit and run victim. Teenager beaten and mugged in Monticello Park over portable radio. Wait a minute. Mugged. That's it. Why not? Mugging. It's perfect. Happens every day.
So?
So, Jody Travis, she winds up getting mugged. What's the big deal? And besides, you can control the situation, you understand? If you want to break one arm, you break one arm. You want to break one leg, you don't want to touch her, you don't even have to touch her.
Yeah, but you got to remember something.
What?
You're going to have a mugging. You got to have a mugger.
You know, sometimes you're a genius. Of course you got to get a mugger. So we'll find a mugger.
Let me think about it. I'll get back here today.
Troy, get in here, will you?
Yeah, what can I do for you, boss?
Sit down. Got a nice little job for you. How would you like to meet a very, very pretty young lady?
How do you turn on your tiger? Turn on juice. Turn on the juice with Chef's Blend. Because Chef's Blend dry cat food gets its taste from real beef, turkey, liver, and chicken juices. And real meat taste is what turns on a cat. How do you turn on your Siamese? Turn on your calico? Turn on the juice. 100% nutritionally complete Chef's Blend gets its taste from real meat juices. Turn on the juice with Chef's Blend.
Are you going to let your daughter go without? I try not to. Then use a complete toothpaste. Complete? Triple protection, Aquafresh.
All the cavity-fighting fluoride of the leading paste. All the breath freshener of the leading gel. And gentle cleaners that even remove stained film. Concentrated in one complete toothpaste.
That's complete.
Triple Protection Aquafresh. A complete toothpaste.
New York City, the glittering world of Ryan's Hope. The glamour and excitement. The romance. The intrigue and danger. Ryan's Hope. We've got the world dreams are made of. Weekdays on ABC.
I see we lost Mr. Whitney.
Yeah, he remembered an appointment and I told him to go along and I'd wait for him.
I'm sorry it took so long.
Is everything all right?
I was just talking to somebody in Washington about Mr. Foley and his connections there.
You were talking to someone from the CEA?
Yes, I wanted to find out more about the man and... Valerie, unless their computers are completely out of whack, they say there is no such federal agent. The man is a fraud.
I know this is not quite what you expected, Miss Alexander, but federal penitentiary in this case is not going to be our first stop.
What is this place?
This is what we refer to as a safe house. It's just a place to conduct our very private business without any public scrutiny. If you'll just sit down, make yourself comfortable, I'll be right back.
Mr. Foley, wait a minute. Well, look, if I'm arrested, at least I'm going to call my lawyer.
Just relax. And sit down. And relax, lady.
Announcing Fritos brand Lights. A remarkably light, crispy corn chip. New Fritos brand Lights. Same great taste as Fritos corn chips, but lighter, crispier, incredibly munchable. Fritos Lights. The great taste of Fritos corn chips in crispy new Fritos brand Lights.
Ed, you're gonna love this new sandwich.
What's in it?
It's grilled spam and cheese on rye.
Oh, looks...
Ed, the Hormel Company guarantees you're gonna like spam.
Damn it.
What a beautiful drink. Tap Cola. For beautiful people. Tap Cola. You're beautiful to me. Great taste, 1 calorie. Tap.